think we need to buy a ticket to Saudi Arabia. Like, 'cause I think it's better if we go to Crown Jewel.
You want to talk about Crown Jewel first?
Let's be honest here, Nick. Like, we got to get in. We got to find a way to get in. Like, we can say that because you're white. Okay, we can say that you're dead old. Like,
I don't want to get stolen like that.
hold on, no. Like, you can say that you're dead. Hold on, you can say that you're dead. Like, it's like an old person, okay, and that he's up and coming, and then we'll sit right up in the front row next to some kids and some children and some women. That way we could be like we're all a happy family because that's what they wanted to present to the world. Everybody's a happy family. Like,
so you get the black dude, you get the white dude, and then you get the brown dude. You know.
Now we gotta, because like I think we get ready to get gypped, bro. Because DX is returning. Shawn Michaels is returning against the Brothers of Destruction. He's bald. It's 1998 all over again. Okay, we've got Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar and Braun Strowman, and AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan. You got the WWE World Cup. I mean, good lord. Like, and meanwhile, I heard Survivor Series.
There's 4 Americans in that one.
Yeah, I heard Survivor Series is getting ready to be like the odd man out. So we might get screwed over.
You're saying it's the odd man out?
Yeah, meaning you have Evolution coming up at the end of the month. It's so confused. Like, there's so many things going on in the WWE. You've got Evolution, the women's pay-per-view, going on at the end of the month, which I think is on the way to becoming a disaster.
They're striving for those.
I think it is too.
And Crown Jewel at November 2nd.
Too much to talk about.
And then Survivor Series 16 days away.
I hate to say it,
in
man.
LA, man.
But those.
The only thing I'm looking forward to now is going up and meeting with my homie Aaron Rift. Like,
they need
what's up,
those.
Aaron?
They need those buy rates, man. They need those buy rates of the network, especially during the football season.
They're probably getting them. I mean, okay, so real quick going back. Okay, there's two. Well, there's actually a lot I want, but there's 3 things I want to talk about from Super Showdown.
I didn't watch it.
You didn't watch it?
No. I got.
Oh, you meant okay. Did you see it?
Not really. I was actually
more. I watched it today.
I was more hyped for UFC 229.
Yeah, no, I was. I mean,
there was football.
There was no way I was gonna be able to watch it.
Why would I watch Super Showdown when I've got a great match, great football, and I got to work?
I mean,
okay, so I'll explain. Can you guys go back and watch just for the sake of our group chat because I want you guys to comment on a couple things.
Well, I'll watch it on Saturday night going into Sunday.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll talk. But we need a lot to talk about anyway. So we probably shouldn't sit on Super Showdown super long. So there was 3 matches. AJ Styles and Samoa Joe.
Heard that was a great one.
Brutal.
Yeah.
Oh man, AJ Styles busts open his mouth, and the chair shots and all the weapons were like it felt like it hurt me.
Finally, we get an AJ Styles and Samoa Joe match that we can be proud of.
Yeah, and then AJ Styles, beats up his leg and makes him tap, and that's the end of the rivalry. So it was his fitting end. I like that they didn't keep it going because it seemed like it was getting. You didn't really need one more match.
Yeah.
And that match was really brutal. It was a long one.
Dragon water,
it was brutal. So that was really good. I was excited to see that AJ Styles keeps the title. But then in the same context, Daniel Bryan versus The Miz. You guys,
what the hell was that,
dude? Okay, this is what it was.
15 seconds.
So the Miz comes out. They do this whole promo video for like 2 minutes. Miz comes out. Daniel Bryan, he gets in the ring. He's about to talk. Daniel Bryan's music hits, and he doesn't let him talk. It's like Daniel Bryan's like, no, shut the hell up. We're starting the match. They get in. They both try to hit like their finisher within the first 2 or 3 minutes, and then Daniel Bryan just rolls them up, and nobody expected it. The whole crowd was like, oh shit. Like, it happened within the 4th minute. Let me look. I'm going to look.
I would have been pissed if I would have paid all that money to go to that. So I heard rumors going around, and I was reading this on No DQ.
2 minutes and 25 seconds.
Yeah, I think I read this on No DQ, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, it was because of the Triple H, or somebody was saying because of the Triple H Undertaker matchup being so long, and that they needed that time, that one of the matches had to get cut.
I'll say this. The Triple H Undertaker segment was 50 minutes because I saw it because I was going to watch it right before I left today and I needed to see how much time it was.
Yeah.
And it was 50 minutes long with the entrances and the post-match stuff.
Let's not forget the Undertaker has the longest entrance of all. Did he actually get in rest?
The longest, and there's one of the longest.
Did he come out?
So he actually come from the curtain.
Yeah, he's healthy. It seems like he. There was a couple times where he kind of messed up in the match. Just like it was him and Triple H, they kind of botched some moves, but I give it just as equal. Triple H wasn't taking moves, and because a lot of times the guy who's
Triple H is getting old though.
Yeah,
man.
Triple H. This first time Triple H didn't look as good. The Undertaker near the end of the match look really slow, but he ended up getting pinned and he lost. So the loser probably shouldn't look too good.
I'm sorry, Taker. You gotta lose some of that body fat, bro.
That's the
the
problem.
That's gotta help. That's gonna help you.
Yeah, you need to wear like something that covers everything. Like Kane actually looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Kane looks ripped.
He looks ripped.
That dude's mayor. All he does is
He's got that
clang
mayor body.
and beg, and then afterwards he goes up and he like catches people and put them in jail.
I hate to say this, but Triple H
He's not a
is
sheriff. I don't know. He's a mayor.
I mean, Triple H is
West.
actually like in the better shape than Undertaker, because Undertaker, his body and those risks that he's been taking with other wrestlers, those were wars that he had with Triple H. Hate to say it, but the man, and I know I'm pretty sure I'm being biased. I'm not sure, but about this, but ever since like I first watched this guy back in 2000, he hypes up a match for I don't know how many months, maybe 2 or 3 months. I could care less until the pay-per-view happens, and until the match happens, I'm starting to see the match fold, and I'm seeing most of the wrestling coming from the other wrestler doing all the work.
You're saying Triple H is in the match?
You saying Triple H is not a ring general? Is that what you're telling
me?
What
I'm saying is that Triple H, whenever he delivers, whenever he wrestles, it's very stale to me. It's very
okay. See, I wanted to come because I wanted to get your guys' take. Did you guys didn't see this match though?
I saw highlights of it.
it was old school. It was slow. It was built up, kind of like a match like in the late '90s or early 2000s.
I'll say this.
It was a build-up match.
Triple H, he's the master at doing promos. He is the master of how to get us to watch the product. But until the match happens, you see all this greatness coming from Triple H. But when the match happens, his matches are very stale.
Yeah, well, it's just, I mean, he looked good at times. Like, he definitely looked like the more fit dude, which makes sense because Undertaker's way older than him.
But do you think that sometimes plays to your disadvantage if you have so much muscle and so much body
he's got
muscle
a great physique.
because it is a situation where you're not as agile. Like we've seen people like Ricochet. He's got a great body and he's got a great look, but he's agile. Triple H is just buff and he's big.
Yeah,
and
he hadn't even. It seemed like he had trouble even jumping. He jumped from the apron and put Kane to a table, and it took him a second to figure out how to jump. He's too big.
Yeah.
Right. You know what? Okay. My favorite part of the match though was. So obviously they changed it to no disqualification right before the match started, so you knew there was going to be some fucking.
Remind me of The Rock and the Stone Cold Steve Austin WrestleMania.
Exactly.
17.
So
best WrestleMania of all time.
Very similar thing. So you knew Shawn Michaels Kane would get involved.
You know it, Eric.
So Undertaker kind of takes out Triple H and Shawn Michaels outside the ring, and he gets back in the ring, and I was like, what the hell is he doing? And he looks at them, and he looks at the ropes. And dude, he runs the rope. He's going to jump over the ropes.
What?
Like, he's going to do a Brie Bella. I'm like, he's going to...
Undertaker?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
And he goes to jump over, and then Triple H goes on and hits him, gives him an elbow on right before he jumps over. I was like, thank God, man, he didn't die. But it was cool.
Killing the
It was
last
cool because
one.
the whole crowd got up and was like, oh my God, he's gonna try to jump over the ropes. And then Triple H came in, and it was it's this nice little tease, very good wrestling story,
psychology.
Psychology.
That's what I love about Taker because
Taker's awesome.
He's the one who actually delivers more. He's the one who puts in more work.
Well, he doesn't have a lot of moves, so his matches. It's hard to call them boring because he just doesn't have a lot of moves. So he hits all of them, but then he's going to get beat up a lot.
Due to his injuries, I think due to his injuries, I think he might have limited, to it.
Yeah, but he did it. It looked like for a second he was gonna fall when he did Old School.
Yeah.
But then Triple H, it was because Triple H was supposed to hit him and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But then when he did Old School, it looked great.
Oh,
he does the moves he needs to do.
When I saw Undertaker do the Old School at WrestleMania, and we were watching it with me and my dad, my dad, who was a big Bret Hart and Undertaker fan, he said, "Wow, Undertaker still has it." He says oh wow, he still has it. That I'm proud of Taker.
He has it for an old dude.
Yeah.
I mean, he can run. I don't know what happened to him 2 years ago. In the last 2 years, because he looked terrible, but now he looks good. He looks
surgery, dude.
He's watchable now.
And people in his life probably dying and he's just getting emotional to the point where
he looks like he's healthy and as good as a guy that old.
He's always had knee problems.
Ric Flair style.
Yeah.
He's always had knee problems. He's always had groin problems. Yeah.
And let's not forget now. We look at the Undertaker like he's almost at the end of his rope. Terry Funk out here is still wrestling at 7, almost damn near 80.
Terry Funk's 143 years old.
Yeah, and he's Noah. All right, Noah's still wrestling out there. So like, you can still wrestle for a while, man, and keep it up. You know what I'm saying? So
like at 54 years old, he was wrestling in ECW. We were watching that. You and me, Nick, remember?
My goodness.
At the ECW Barely Legal pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that guy was taking.
That's right. We were watching that. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah. So Taker can still go. This match was pretty good. There was, it was very old school. So the newer generation, the newer generation of fans might not have liked it as much.
Right.
But I enjoyed it. I mean, there was a couple. You got to expect a little bit of bots just because these guys are so old. Michaels hasn't been around the rest. Like, there's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But the botches did not overshadow the match at all. They were just little he tried to back body drop Triple H once.
It wasn't Brie Bella bad.
No. Nobody was getting hurt.
It wasn't.
He did his tombstones perfectly. Triple H didn't hit his head or anything. It was a good match.
I'll tell you what. It wasn't botched as much as Triple Mania 26.
No.
Oh my God.
I still haven't seen that.
Dude.
I sent you that video.
I know. I just didn't see it.
We didn't.
Okay,
I
look now.
I started looking at it, but then something came up.
It gets too funny. And then they turned on him.
Yeah.
It's like end of the era, all that stuff. I thought I was tricked. I was like, oh wow, this is the last time. I wonder who Michaels is going to face.
It's not in the.
And then they just Kane just out of nowhere uppercuts the hell out of Michaels. Undertaker just picks up Triple H, tombstones him real quick, and then they put Shawn Michaels, the hardest bump Michaels has taken in 8 years.
A little message
announce table.
A little message to WWE. It's not really an end of an era if you keep having them to fight.
Yeah. But we all know this. We all know that's BS.
Well, but I actually do enjoy that Triple H won the match because I like that Taker started to put everybody over too.
Yeah.
He's starting to put everybody over. And Triple H is still going to wrestle, and Undertaker's probably not.
Triple H's got to win one big match. Come on, man.
And it makes sense, and it leads on. More than likely, the Undertaker will get the finale and whatever this ends up being. It could be in Survivor Series. We might be able to see him in Survivor Series.
Yeah.
Something like that. I would love that.
Now,
you know
what's the third thing you want to talk about? You want to talk about that John Cena lightning fist? Or
his hair. You said the Daniel Bryan Miz thing. It was just, I was extremely disappointed. I would rather see him roll him up at the very beginning of the match within 10 seconds.
Right.
Something like that. Or hit the knee, pin him like
Sheamus. Happened to Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania.
Or like Sheamus. Yeah, exactly.
That's how the Yes movement started. Yeah. That's how the Yes movement started.
I would rather see that, but they it looked like it was going to develop, and I've seen it. I know, I'm kind of sick of that rivalry anyways. Yeah. So I don't know.
I mean, it looked like the match between Miz and Daniel Bryan, it looked like there was nothing to be built up as much as far as the SummerSlam. That was built up better. But the one for Super Showdown, it was not built that well. So it was just basically, let's just get these guys in there. We're gonna sell, the stadium's gonna sell out. Who cares? So boom, there you go. Everybody's happy.
Yeah, no. Other moments I wanted to talk about were it was Buddy Murphy and Cedric Alexander's match.
Oh
my! And Buddy Murphy winning in Australia. The crowd was dope. That match was great. It was only 10 minutes, but like I said, there's matches.
Shout out to 225 Live.
Yeah.
205. Exactly. Shout out to Buddy Murphy and his In-N-Out fries.
In-N-Out, man. Double.
He was
I think they hit every single move they did perfect. Like it was fantastic luchador style wrestling. I loved it, and I love that Buddy Murphy won. I thought Cedric Alexander's run had kind of gone stale anyways. I thought someone else should win. Buddy Murphy winning in Australia in his hometown.
He ain't the only one.
Got some sweet loving probably from Alexa Bliss when he got home.
He ain't the only one who's the hometown boy.
My girl Peyton Royce.
2 of them.
Yeah, they did good. I don't really know why they won necessarily.
They were in your home, dude.
They were in their home.
Yeah.
Nah, but it don't make it. I don't know. They're not good. So it's like, why are you beating Asuka?
Whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's just because they're good heels. Keep moving.
And then John Cena's sixth
move of
death seems very fakey. And makes wrestling look fake. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay.
This is what happens.
Which is more faker? John Cena's hair or John Cena's 6th move of doom?
Yo, man, I felt bad, dude. I thought I felt bad for Shawn Michaels, but he had no hair. John Cena's got a bald spot in the back of his head.
Yeah, man.
Look,
you know what me and my brother call it?
Hold
on. You know what me and my brother call that?
The bronze spot.
We call it the furry halo. when you have a spot in your
like
somewhere
that.
in your
There you
hair,
go.
and then you have some like hair, and then you have pouches of hair in the middle of it. It's called the furry
This is-
halo.
this is
It
what
started
it-
with Mike Tirico.
This is what happens.
Oh,
this,
yes,
Mike Tirico.
Shout
Shout
out
out to
to
Mike
Mike
Tirico, one of the best announcers in the world.
this is what happens when you're
But
away
he got
from
the furry
wrestling.
halo.
Yeah.
This is what happens when you're away from wrestling.
Oh,
No.
speaking of which, guess who was hanging out in Australia?
Who?
Who?
John Cena and Nikki Bella at the
No
bar.
way.
Whoa,
At
really?
the bar? At the bar? You said
No,
the
they were
bar?
at a mall.
I
Like
thought you said
every
the
people
bar.
were
At a
taking
hotel
pictures
room?
just hugging. Probably later.
At the bedroom?
freaking,
The bathroom?
Freaking John Cena, freaking with his like little, I think you call him the little Dutch boy haircut.
Yeah.
No, JBL
shout out
haircut.
to, who is it? Bruce
Shout out to
Pritchard.
John Bradshaw Layfield for having a
JBL.
haircut like John Cena.
Yeah.
It's like the old JBL, like that was the
Yeah, the
names I
heel
could
of
see.
JBL.
I'm
He
sorry,
looked like an idiot. Yeah.
John Cena. Come on, bro.
No,
you
but
look like you're
he's slim,
definitely.
he's slimmed down.
He looks
too.
like an alien.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see,
I
like
heard
The
his
Rock
body.
got bigger, John Cena's getting smaller because he's become an actor. I don't know.
And on top of
Works
that,
out a lot,
and on
man.
top of that, and on top
His
of that,
life.
and on top of that, let's
Yeah.
be honest here. All right, I think John Cena's going through a midlife crisis, bro. I think that midlife
So he needs
crisis
help.
is here. He's losing his hair.
He went on the mic
Right.
after and was like, "This is always going to be my home," and
Yeah.
like almost started crying and did all
He
this
needs help.
stuff. I'm
Were
like,
people booing or cheering him?
no, they're cheering. I mean, the crowd liked
Yeah.
it. His music doesn't get
John-
old either. Like you hear it, but you don't hear it that often anymore. And like the crowd got hyped for his music.
John, you need help, bro. You need help.
Yeah, man.
And the
Straight
RKJ
up
man,
over
the
here.
RKJ man better give him some help.
Give him some
I'm not
help.
giving that man no
God
help.
damn it,
Hey,
Ryan.
give me $2 million. Treat me like Nikki Bella. Just
Exactly.
give me all your money.
Yeah, buy me a painting or something. Jeez.
Don't be a beta male.
The only thing I would ask from John Cena is to take me to dinner at that one place in San Diego that overlooked the fucking city.
Oh, that was pretty
It's
cool.
the coolest look.
Well, I want him to take me to that place where he was with all the chicks and like he's smiling.
Oh,
and he
yeah,
had the
yeah,
little
yeah.
facial
The
hair.
facial
That's
hair,
all I
yeah.
want to go to.
Oh, what
That's
bar
like,
is that?
Yeah.
Dude, how cool would it be if you went to a bar, John Cena's just...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I was like,
yeah,
John, like over there. I'd be like, John, let me buy you a drink, man. Let me buy
You
you a
need
drink,
help, bro. You need help,
You need
man.
help, bro. All right.
The RKJ man offering John Cena help.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, speaking of Nikki Bella, did you watch Monday Night Raw?
I have not, no.
Well, I'm getting ready to spoil it for you. I'm sorry.
Okay, it's fine. I already
Nikki
I-
Bella
for it.
turned heel finally on Ronda
Oh, there you
Rousey
go.
No,
and
I was
Brie
just about
to
Bella.
ask that.
They
Yeah.
actually, I was gonna send it in a group chat, but I didn't want to ruin it.
On
'cause,
Brie
we-
Bella, too?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
both of
talked
them.
about this one.
This is
Continuous
cool.
I'll watch. I
spoiler.
was gonna just watch like the 10-minute little highlight of Raw. I
But
wasn't
like
gonna
she
watch
was
the whole
like holding Ronda Rousey towards everybody. Pull up the video, Nick. She was holding Ronda Rousey, everybody. And my mom was looking. She was like, "Something's getting ready to happen." I've watched this too many times, and like I had already
thing.
seen
Your mom
it.
knows
being
WCW back
predictable.
from the 90s.
Yeah.
Wahoo
Yeah.
McDaniel.
And like that's not WCW. And Wahoo McDaniel was not wrestling in
Wahoo
the 90s,
McDaniel
bro.
is just it's like
Yeah.
Joe Webb.
Yeah, but
It's
anyway.
like Joe Webb. Joe Webb, Wahoo McDaniel go in the same
Everybody
boat.
knows who Joe Webb is. Okay, anyway, like
You know,
yeah,
by the way, real quick,
not
you know he's
important.
like a backup quarterback for somebody right now.
yeah, I know.
Who is it? What team is it?
Buffalo.
Oh,
but look,
come on,
but
man.
look, but look. So anyway, getting back to my point here, he was like holding his hand. She was holding her hand up to everybody, and then all of a sudden, she like say, "Hey, go over there," and then boom, hits her in the back, and they start beating her up. Now, here's what was weird about the whole situation when they start beating up Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey has like this random moment where she just no sells the beating, just to say, "What are you doing? Like, what's going on?" Like they go back, like she like no sells the beating. It's like how many times do we tell Ronda Rousey?
Oh, this
you
is
need to
good because
sit-
nobody would have expected this right now.
No,
Yeah.
I expected it.
You
Like,
expected
I expected it? Like everybody who like this is very choreographed. It's fake. Look how like they're hugging her and it's
Okay,
a
yeah,
fake
now it looks
smile.
fake. Yeah, we're
And-
watching the video.
and then,
Oh,
boom.
nice.
And
I like
get
it,
a
though.
knock it right
Nikki
in
Bella
there.
knows how to beat the shit out of somebody, I'll tell you
Yeah,
that.
and like watch this. Watch how she no sells this coming up right here. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Right here. Look at this. Look how she
Dude,
no
she does
sells
that
it.
all the time.
Yeah.
She
Oh,
no
man.
sells-
By the way, guys, I got something.
She's in shock.
I got something for you. This is from Pro Wrestling Freak, and this is after
What?
Ronda Rousey, getting beat up by the Bella Twins. Question: How come Rousey can literally toss around Triple H but can't fight back against two botching
Well, she
twins?
did.
Yeah,
I mean,
Yeah.
let's see.
that's true.
Beating the shit out of
They
him.
beat.
She beat him up. No, she did beat him up, though.
Yeah, and they didn't back down for her.
It's not like they're I mean,
and
the
then she
Bellas
threw
are
him,
good.
threw him in the post.
They won titles and stuff. It's not like you're...
And then here comes Nikki Bella right here, and Brie Bella. All right, and they keep beating her up. And there's one more part right here.
Yeah, let's see.
Oh! Shoot! They put her up against
Dude,
the LED.
that was a hard. These are hard kicks. We're watching the video right now.
Yeah. It's,
And then she turns on Brie though too.
what?
Wait, what? No.
She's gonna turn on Brie.
No, Brie.
No.
No, Brie.
Both
and
of them
Nikki
attacked him, man.
Both attacked them.
Okay, I get what you're saying now.
You know, and then they act like we're gonna get away, and then the referees, because they're dumb, said, "Hey, we don't want to do anything. We want to tell you to stop," but you're looking from the side. Then she grabs Brie, and then boom, right into the steel steps.
Nice.
So, question for you guys. After seeing this, are you more excited actually to see Nikki Bella versus Ronda Rousey at Evolution? Because we all know this is going to be the main event.
A little bit, only because I think Nikki Bella can she can go, and I don't know. I just I've always had more of an affinity for Nikki Bella. She's like one of the original chicks I like to cheer for and stuff.
Yeah, they don't freaking. It's kind of interesting.
Nikki Bella's a good wrestler, so it's not and she's like a little. She's like, I respect her, but she was like a diva that actually was like a pretty good wrestler.
She turned into a pretty good
wrestler. Whereas the other ones kind of just stayed the same and didn't never really fix themselves. You know what I'm saying?
So Brie Bella is just on the outside looking in yet again. Like what's the whole point of bringing Brie Bella back if she's not going to have some type of matchup at Evolution? You're just going to be in your sister's side. I mean, I know it's going to get physical at one point. She's going to try to cheat to help them, but
I feel like they're going to make. I feel like they're going to make this whole botching thing into a storyline with Brie Bella.
What if Ronda Rousey had the mic skills, which is why I think she needs Paul Heyman, which needs to happen. I would just bring up the fact that Brie Bella I would try to create tension amongst the two twins. Like, hey, why is Nikki Bella getting the shot over you? On all this stuff. Aren't you a former women's Divas champion, all that stuff? So I think this matchup is very interesting because I did not want to see this matchup. Right. I'm very honest and open up front in saying that I wanted to see the Bella twins face the Iconics in a tag team matchup
at Evolution.
And I wanted to see Ronda Rousey face someone like the woman, Shayna Baszler.
Yeah.
And that would have been more of a matchup I would have been. Or, F the brand split, have Ronda Rousey go up against Asuka from SmackDown, for the Raw Women's Championship.
Yeah, we've been trying to figure out this Ronda Rousey thing, and nobody would have expected Nikki Bella.
Yeah.
But, they randomly bring up Nikki Bella. I don't know how far this match will live up to and how much this pay-per-view will live.
This is a good old example of merch sales getting you a match. Because I think the Bellas for women probably still own all the they're still the top merch people.
Oh yeah.
So I think that they go,
and Birdie
there's
B
enough people that know the Bellas, like the Bellas, that you can put them in a match and most people aren't going to be disappointed except for the hardcore fans.
Yeah.
Which we obviously know they don't really give a shit about most of the time.
This appeals also to the non-wrestling fans,
Yeah. Honestly, I don't care about Evolution. I'll probably watch it, but I'm not looking. I was looking forward to watching Super Showdown because of Triple H and The Undertaker and all that stuff. I'm looking forward to Crown Jewel because they got 3 fantastic matches here.
Now, also, we have another situation going on too. The Alexa Bliss Trish Stratus thing is now being made into a tag team match.
What's the match?
It's Alexa Bliss and Mickie James versus Trish Stratus and Lita.
That came out of nowhere.
Well, they changed it because a couple things. Number one, let's be honest here. Trish Stratus and Lita coming back, they might get exposed one-on-one. So it's better to put them in a tag team match. Also, Alexa Bliss allegedly is injured. So, Alexa Bliss can do
Mickie James
so it makes
most of the
everybody knows this. This makes sense. This wrestling, everybody on their podcast has been saying this. It makes sense. However, it's just frustrating because it's how many more dream matches can we go with? How many more matches is this going to be? And also another thing, there's a hidden gem that people aren't talking about. Well, people are talking about it. What's going on with Sasha Banks, y'all? Apparently, I'm hearing that she's posting cryptic Instagram posts, cryptic tweets. Apparently, she's got a back injury. But that's what I'm hearing from sources now that, I think I read this on ODQ today. But, at the end of the day, is there something else going on with her? Is she fighting with we've heard rumors that she's been fighting with WWE management for a while. She's going out in interviews and said publicly, I don't like my position in the company. I'm frustrated with my position in the company. I really want a better spot.
That's because they got no plans for her.
Well, because they're bringing these people back, though. That's the problem. She has a legitimate thing because they're bringing back people that they're basing it off their former success. All 4, Brie Bella, Nikki Bella, Lita, and Trish Stratus, and probably Mickie James,
and
to be honest, too.
More names will be announced in that.
Yeah, possibly. And they're all being used for their former fame or stuff that happened in 2006.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. And it's
the last time they were
Sasha
relevant.
Banks and people like Bayley are sitting here okay, well, not only are you not really progressing our characters, but now we don't have a chance to like showcase ourselves.
I agree.
I mean, they should just want to be on SmackDown because look, Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair are the same as Sasha and Bayley. And they're in a match for a great feud.
And I think that's been the feud of the year, one of the feuds of the year, man or woman, because Becky Lynch's character has completely changed. Now, I didn't like the way they did it at Super Showdown. I think that kind of lost steam right there. But I think this matchup between Becky Lynch and Charlotte, the rubber match and the final match, needs to happen at Evolution. It needs to be a bloodbath, and I think that needs to be the main event. I don't think you go with Nikki Bella and Ronda Rousey as the main event. But getting back to Sasha Banks and Bayley. Like, we've been waiting for this thing to be exploding for a while, and, like, it just keeps getting this start and stop push.
Yeah, I don't care anymore.
It's like, I've lost interest. Everybody and their mom has lost interest. My mom knows it. Like, my mom's like, well, when are they going to turn this girl? Like, when is she going to go bad? Like, because it's like, we keep waiting for this. And so, at the end of the day, if I was Sasha Banks, she was on MTV's Ridiculous. I think she can go and do stuff in the media and make her, and she got pulled from Ridiculous actually for past another week. If I was her, I would.
Wait, what did you say right there?
Ridiculous. She got pulled, so she was on MTV's Ridiculous like a month or so ago.
Ridiculousness.
Okay, I was like, I didn't know you're talking.
And then
about,
she got pulled from the most recent one because she's doing she's out right now with, I guess, an injury.
Yeah.
I would just start doing stuff outside of the WWE and start doing more and more stuff.
Look at what we were talking about, Charlie Caruso.
Yeah.
Not the same situation because Caruso's not a wrestler, but like she said, okay, well, Renee Young's getting all this publicity as the announcer and stuff. I've kind of been pushed to the side. Obviously, I don't think Caruso was going to be an announcer anyways, but Renee Young has now she's the top woman.
She's the top woman
announcer, broadcaster in the entire company.
Yeah.
And so now Caruso's like, okay, well, since I'm not going to get as much play, let me do other stuff, which is smart.
She had said
like Coachman was doing ESPN and WWE stuff.
Well, she said it. She said I looked at the live stream and she just said it was just an opportunity. She always loved ESPN, always loved sports. She's a huge sports fan, and she said, she had extra time on her hand, and I think that was code for I needed extra money too.
If I were her, I would have taken the same.
I would have said that.
Yeah, I would have done the same.
If you like ESPN, you get the job. Why wouldn't you do it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think if she does well enough, they'll probably offer her a full-time gig and be like, just leave WWE.
She'll have to fake his lips on ESPN, though. I'll tell you that. Okay, you know I had to say it. Come on. Okay, real quick.
I still kiss those
lips.
Real
quick, what if Nikki Bella beats Ronda Rousey?
God, people have actually said this, man.
Because at Survivor Series, that's going to be the match. That's gonna be, but it's not gonna fight a crown jewel because it's no women are allowed. So
5 literally,
days after this,
no men are allowed at Evolution, no women are allowed, and segregation is back.
Segregation. Segregation.
It's the bathrooms of pay-per-views. Let's all go to this locker room. We're going over Saudi Arabia.
Yeah. Somebody should make that as a meme.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
get on it.
Bathroom stalls, right? And then how you have the little blue placard. It's a crown jewel and WWE Evolution logos, bro. I'm going home and making
Somebody make that meme.
Yeah. But so
get on it, Eric.
What would you?
What
would you? Because I think this is the one match where you're like, this is the one match where it's kind of less predictable. I mean, Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair is more of it's a rivalry built. This is brand new. What do we actually think happens for this?
I think Ronda Rousey taps out Nikki Bella.
You do?
I honestly, for me personally, it's hard. This is why I wanted to have her face Shayna Baszler or even a Sasha Banks or Asuka, because you need to have people who, in my eyes, look like they can be competitive with Ronda Rousey. And in my eyes, it just symbolizes that wrestling is scripted or fake because you got Nikki Bella going up against a woman who knocked people out in 10 seconds. I would have had Shayna Baszler versus Ronda Rousey. In my opinion, Ronda Rousey needs to go through all the competition until Charlotte Flair WrestleMania. And then Charlotte Flair comes out and wins the Women's Royal Rumble and says, hey, look.
The only way it's going to happen, one of them's got to win the Royal Rumble.
And guess who doesn't have the title right now? Charlotte Flair.
Oh, you're right. See? He would say,
I mean, come on, bro. This thing has been planned for a while, man. Look, the fact of the matter is this: Ronda Rousey, Nikki Bella might put up some offense. She might use some cheating heel tactics with her and her sister, but at the end of the day, Ronda Rousey tapping out Nikki Bella.
Who do you think her next? Well, we could talk about that on the next podcast. To be honest,
who do I think her next opponent is?
Yeah,
I don't really know, bro.
That's what I'm saying. But we'll talk about. There'll be more that happens on the shows, and on the next podcast we'll talk about all this stuff.
We're actually getting to 2 hours now.
I know we're close to 2 hours. I know.
This is ridiculous. I gotta go home and get some.
Yeah. Okay, so is there anything else real quick we wanted to mention? Just stuff we don't need to talk about the pay-per-views necessarily anymore. Is there anything else anybody wanted to mention before we kind of go off?
Y'all think WWE is gonna do anything with this Saudi Arabia thing because of the journalist?
Well, yeah. There's a rumor that came out, or not? No, there's a story that came out that said that there's backlash against WWE. Because they're going over the side. But, dude, there's money invested.
You're $45 million a year for 10 years.
Yeah, why would you? Okay, it's one journalist. Like, I wouldn't. In Vince's.
Hold on. Yeah. Let's not be disrespectful to the journalist and his family.
Well, no, but why does WWE have anything to do? WWE is a global company. They're not. Like
they're still gonna progress. I'm pretty sure.
I don't know. They go to London. They go They just went to Australia. Like it's not like they're stay in the U.S. exclusively and don't go anywhere else.
And they're smart right now. You know, I remember actually Kevin Nash and them used to say this: when business was slow, they would go overseas. And guess right now when business is slow, when football season, so they're going overseas.
It's smart. It's why they're $1 billion. It's smart, and they're putting on pretty solid shows. Although they're not getting hyped as much, there's too many in a row. When I watch them, I don't necessarily watch the build-ups to them, but when I watch them, I'm pretty satisfied by what I watch.
And it's special too because I think
it's unlucky that they had like the Khabib Conor thing happen. To be honest, because you would never expect that shit to happen at a UFC. People right now are going to be kind of thinking about the UFC for the next month.
I was thinking about the UFC.
Yeah, but come like the Royal Rumble, people will get back into it and go, oh shit,
here we go. WrestleMania season.
Yeah, it's WrestleMania season.
Yeah, but like at the end of the day, I mean, this is all about money. Like this is the definition of stereotype. Like somebody offers you a whole bunch of money and pretty much your morals go out of the way. Shawn Michaels is a born again Christian. I'm a Christian too, but Shawn Michaels got offered a crap ton of money to go to Saudi Arabia, a place that doesn't really like Christians too much, to go perform against those people.
We're gonna have to find out as soon as he gets there.
And he got offered all that money and he took it, man.
Yeah.
You know, at the end of the day, money makes fools of us all.
Yeah, and his career speaks for itself. I think they'll also look at that as a way of, hey, this is Shawn Michaels. Sure, he's got he's a born again Christian, but his career speaks for itself.
We'll give him a pass. They don't care. Like Vince McMahon and them don't care. When you're getting offered so much money and the guy who's making
money talks.
He's making the demands. The dude in Saudi Arabia is making the demands. He's like, hey, I want to see this person, this person, this person. What are you going to say to Vince? What's Vince going to say to him? No. Vince isn't that powerful. The money still matters.
Yeah, I mean, there's obviously you can't have the Ultimate Warrior fight. Like you wanted to. But
or Yokozuna.
Chris Benoit next. I don't
or Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah, I don't. What
Chris Benoit. We want them in a tag team
match.
Chris Benoit.
That's the thing I sent you guys. It was confirmed for SmackDown. This fucking picture of Eddie Guerrero. I'm like, I don't think he's gonna be there. I have a hunch.
If somebody were to bring him back from the dead,
there's some idiot on Instagram that didn't know what they were
bring him back in a hologram like
Tupac. There's a lot of guys who tend to do this whole thing, like CM Punk coming back to WWE, or some fake tweet that CM Punk said, "I'm coming home. Stay tuned. Monday Night Raw, Chicago."
It tricks me for like 1 second.
Yeah, and I just say, guys,
what am I doing?
People are easily tricked and easily manipulated in today's era.
It's not gonna happen.
Social media.
It's not gonna happen.
It just doesn't make sense. But at the end of the day, WWE is gonna do what they're gonna do. You know, like, do I want to boycott WWE just because they're making money?
No.
Yeah,
no.
I mean,
you boycott the NFL because they're making money.
At the end of the day, the U.S. and I've seen people say this. How many deals have we done with countries, and how many things have we done as a country that's sketchy? And like people are still working with us. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
Yeah.
Like, so at the end of the day, like,
it's a business relationship.
It's a business relationship between the WWE and Saudi, and nobody's gonna tell WWE otherwise unless Donald Trump and Linda McMahon, ironically, is on the cabinet of Donald Trump, it tells Vince, like, hey, Donald Trump's getting ready to do something. You might need to shut this down. Then Vince has got to figure out a way.
I think Trump would literally not do it. because he's friends with Vince.
Yes,
Like Vince would call him up and be like, "Hey, I got this
I
deal."
got 45 million, and he'd be like, "Totally understand."
But Vince McMahon,
Call off that Saudi Arabian bomb. Don't worry. Call off. I don't care if they.
But this is what happens when you
I don't care if they kill 25 of our people. Vince is pissed. Don't do it. It's all metaphorical.
We're just gonna
right?
do a trade embargo.
It's all fake. Yeah. But no, I also, by the way, real quick, I don't necessarily hate the fact that we have all these legends coming back either. Like I like to see these
Hey,
if they can go.
How many more years can they go?
They're gonna ask for Hulk Hogan.
They're
gonna ask for Hulk
they're
Hogan.
gonna have to do
How
it.
many more?
Hogan's gonna come back.
Hulkamania's
How
gonna
many
come back.
more?
It's gonna run wild.
How many more years can we? Oh Lord Jesus, don't sing it. Look, how many more years is this gonna happen before you get to the point where you literally have no stars? Like Roman Reigns is the least known face of the company I've ever seen.
The big dog.
I've ever seen. Like somebody mentioned this, and I agree. He's the most least known face of the company I've ever seen.
Because
so
nobody because people don't prop him up either. As wrestling fans don't prop him up.
Wait, is he solo or is he still with the Shield or what's going on?
It's very confusing what's going on with the Shield now.
But like, is Braun Strowman solo or is he with that group?
Yeah,
So to say it happens sometimes.
And they need to stop feuding, bro, because it's literally
their match of the thing was pretty good.
And then they did a match 2 days later on Raw, a rematch, and they did another couple of rematches.
Becky Lynch
on Raw.
and Charlotte faced for the title again. Too.
Oh my God, man! Don't give us that.
Stop. Yeah, no. The show is for us to calm down, right? We've got 2 weeks per every pay-per-view. The shows are like slow downs. Like you gotta have halftime, right? In a football game, you can't just keep going. Hence, the players are gonna get tired. Hence, the fans are gonna be like, "Cause it's gonna kind of get boring."
No, they're not tired. They're gonna go.
They're not tired. They fly home to Tulsa after Saudi Arabia. That's all I'm saying.
Also, I'm very
one day rest.
Also, I'm very interested in one thing. Couple of things. Number one, are they still gonna have that moment of prayer thing? That because you notice they had like a sort of a halftime at the Greatest Royal Rumble. I think that was for the moment of prayer.
That's what. No, they confirmed it. Yeah.
Yeah, is I've heard.
Hey, if they gotta do the moment of prayer, they gotta do the moment of prayer. They gotta come up with some content. You know what?
I would go up and
shout
take
out
a
to
dump.
anybody in Saudi Arabia that's listening right now. If you don't care about the moment of prayer in your country and you have that hour break, hit up the Ring General.
Hit up the Ring General.
Check us out.
Ring General, we got
YouTube,
content galore.
SoundCloud.
Hit
it up. Hit it up, bro.
No, exactly.
Hey, but look, and another thing.
Oh God!
Damn
I
it!
was
What
gonna
the fuck,
play
dude?
Hulk
Hogan song, but the stupid ad came on.
How would kind of like a Triple Mania? How will D-Generation X be able to do that stuff at freaking Saudi Arabia?
Oh,
They should bring those chicks back they used to have.
Yeah.
Like,
How is Triple H gonna do that mustard trick?
Hey, oh my God. Man, I gotta get out of here, bro. I've had a great time, man.
So
we gotta do this.
Let's start
thing.
closing.
Hey man,
exactly.
let's give them our social media, man. By the way, I want to shout out maybe she's gonna listen eventually. Don't.
Yeah, there you go. That's the song.
Turn up to the mic, Nick. Hey, get up to the mic. Hey, check the levels on this, Eric.
It's good.
It's good?
Yeah,
All
it's
right,
good.
man.
All right, close it out.
man.
Music will be in the background.
Hey man, shout outs to it's distracted me now.
Well, no, and I
Okay.
realized we have an outro,
Yeah.
so we probably should
Yeah,
do it.
probably
We
should.
probably
Yeah,
shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
All
Let's
right,
go
it's
mess it
turning
up.
off. It's
All
turning
right,
off.
Yeah,
so
before.
look, shout outs to the chick that I was in the lift with. All right, I met her. Super cool personality, super cool vibe. She subscribed to us on YouTube. She's subscribing us to on SoundCloud. Man, she brought the energy. All right, I'm not gonna pull her name out there. I don't want her name, but she's super cool, awesome personality, man. And I love people like that with energy. If you're coming into a situation where you're not feeling that energy, you gotta bring the energy, bro. Okay, hey, I'll go into work sometimes. I don't feel like it, or I'm not feeling the energy. I gotta bring the energy, bro. And no matter how tough it is, man. My social media is at RKJman on everything: Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. You can find me at the RKJman.
What's your Snapchat though, too?
Snapchat? I forgot my Snapchat.
Yeah, no,
I don't.
it's
I'll
not
look
mine.
it up later.
I don't-
but
don't follow me
I
on
don't. I don't do that. Snapchat's sketchy. So I don't. But yeah. So if you want to pursue what you want to do, pursue it. All right, Eric, tell us what your thing is, bro.
So for me, Instagram is _Santos_9 on Instagram and OC Rock Radio. I do a show for Slam and Saturday, but I will not be doing the show this Saturday because I'm gonna be out of town.
Oh my goodness, that's a rarity, man.
I'm gonna be doing a project unless somebody were to do the show for me, but
I can't, bro.
Yeah, so yeah, I had to do a project.
Got to be work at 6 a.m. in the morning. Work till 4.
I had to do a project, and also you can follow me on the Video Game Cafe 1 on his Instagram. Barely just did it this Monday or Tuesday. And after this podcast, I'm going to go do some live streaming of Evil Within 2 on YouTube. So check that out as soon as I race home.
Remember, this is going to be mostly probably posted tomorrow. So people
tomorrow, yeah.
It's not
But yeah, check it out. I don't care. I don't give a shit.
He's got good shit on that. So I got, I'm at Nick Nenad, all lowercase, on most of my social media. I do the Cover 2 podcast every Wednesday. Last one was good. Check that out. We talked about the MLB playoffs, all that stuff. It was a good show.
We subscribed to it.
I saw that. Mm-hmm. Thank you for that. But so I do that, and then I think my Snapchat is like Nick_Nenad, but don't follow me on that because I post nudes and stuff. So you won't. That's
Nicholas Weinstein over here.
Yeah, we call this the Ring Generals After Dark. You don't want to see Nick Nenad after dark.
It's your premium Snapchat, right?
Yeah. So I'm kidding. No, I don't really post a lot on Snapchat, so there's no reason to follow me on that. But yes, check out Cover 2 podcast, and then of course. Check out the Ring Generals, of course.
Hey, man, Aaron Riff, we are coming, bro. The Ring Generals will show up at the No DQ meetup, homie. All right, we're going to have shirts, hopefully, right? Hopefully. We got to figure that out. We're going to have something, man.
If not, I'm wearing my Bella Twins shirt.
Hey, man, we're going to come over there. We're going to bring that energy, man.
Hey, for next episode, should we come dressed up for Halloween?
It might be too early, though.
In 2 weeks? 2 weeks?
We'll probably record. We could. Yeah. Might be a little early.
I have to dress up. I might have to dress up like Baxterdamus.
Well, okay. Why don't we just do it? Let's do it.
I don't know.
We'll probably record 2 weeks from now. Yeah. Let's do it.
Man, I gotta go find stuff. I'm gonna look like the Black
Dodgers
Moses.
Dodgers player in the World Series, so I'll probably come as a fully dressed baseball player here.
I might be the Black Moses, but I'll be Baxterdamus actually. All right, man. Aaron, we coming, man. But hey, man. One thing we gonna do, whether it's at No DQ, whether it's here, whether it's in life, whatever, Boston, whatever, man, we gonna raise a glass in the sky and salute the Ring Generals.